What's up, guys? Rob from myppctraining.com, and in today's video I'm going to walk you through the new Google AdWords 2018 interface and how to set up a campaign from A to Z. I'm going to hold your hand, I'm going to walk you through the whole thing, and we're going to do it together. Alright, so let's dive right in. Alright. So you guys should be logged into your Google AdWords account, and you should see this screen. This is the new interface, and this is going to be the new standard at the end of April or sometime in May. At least that's what our Google contact tells us. The old interface is going to be completely phased out, so you guys just got to stop. I know it's hard and it's a pain in the ass, and at first I didn't like it either, but you just got to start working in this interface because this is the future. The old one's going to be completely phased out, and so any video you're watching or anything with the old interface is pretty much useless after it's gone. So this is the new interface, real simple stuff. I'll just walk you through it before we get started building a campaign. So here we can do, you go into your search campaigns, your display, your video. So you kind of have your categories here. Below here will be your enabled campaigns, and if you sort by the filter, you can go all but removed, all whatever, not much different. This is going to be your main navigation when you're in a campaign and you're just kind of moving around and making adjustments and optimizations, stuff like that. So briefly I'll walk through. So let's see, we got our white label campaign here. We'll dive into the campaign. Got your ad group, and if you want to see it's pretty much the same. Go in here, you got keywords, then you got your ads. So right now we're inside this one ad group. So we got our ads here in this ad group, extensions, all that stuff, demographics, settings for the ad group, devices. Now to go back out to the actual campaign level, you would come over here, hit the campaign, go back into ad groups, and here you go. We're back into our ad groups. And we got our ads and extensions for the campaign here. Up here, there's some tabs you can toggle between. Landing pages, the URL we're using. Keywords, here's all your keywords for the campaign. Audiences, demographics, settings. This is where you're going to have all your campaign settings, additional settings down here. This is where we're going to set everything up. Locations, this is all the same stuff. It's just new, fancier interface stuff. Ad schedule, devices, change history, all this stuff. So it's pretty much the same. It's just kind of organized and laid out much easier and cleaner, in my opinion. And I can't stress enough. You just got to get used to this new interface because you're going to be screwed. And when they switch it over, and if you don't know what the hell's going on, and you're managing clients, and something happens, you don't know where to find it, and then you're scraping frantically looking on YouTube trying to figure out what's what. But good thing is you can go to our channel and you can watch anything you want because we're only doing videos on the new interface, so you'll be able to find your points and be okay. So let's dig right in, okay? Go back up to search campaigns, go into campaigns, and if we're going to create a new campaign, we're going to hit this plus sign here. But just let me preface real quick. So today what we're going to be doing, I'm actually going to take you step by step into building a new AdWords campaign, okay? And it's a little different with the new interface, so that's why I'm making this video. And today I just created a company just out of thin air called XYZ Roofers. So we're going to be using them as the example campaign, and it's going to be located in Philadelphia, so we'll be running ads in Philadelphia for XYZ Roofers, okay? Now I'm going to assume that you guys, when you're building a new campaign, you already have your keywords and ad groups set up, you already have ads, and you already have negative keywords. If you don't, that's okay. Below this video, right above the comments, I'm going to drop some links in the description, okay? And I'm going to have videos for how to set up your keywords, how to add them, how to find them, how to do that with negative keywords, how to create compelling ad text that pulls high CTRs. So you're gonna have everything you need in this video, and a lot of links are going to be in the description. So kind of just go down there and jump around, and you'll be able to watch more videos on how to set things up. Because I didn't want to just waste your time setting up a campaign and then watch me for 2 hours going through keyword research and all this other stuff. So I figured that would be the easiest way. So with that said, let's dive right in. Let's get started. Okay, so we're into our campaigns. We clicked the plus sign, and this comes up a list of some options for us when we're setting up our new AdWords campaign. All right, so we got search, display, shopping, video, universal app stuff. But for this example, remember we're using XYZ Roofer campaign, which is going to be a lead generation campaign. We want to push inbound phone calls, and we want to push form submissions, which most people watching this video is probably looking for leads. unless you're looking for e-commerce stuff, but you have to go to a whole different, Google Shopping campaign, and we'll get there. Eventually, we'll make a video for that too. But for this example, we're going to do straight up lead generation. So what you're going to do is click search, come down here, click leads, and setup details the way you'd like to reach your goal. Let's just do some. Actually, you know what? We don't need to do that right now. So get website visits, and our roofer URL is going to be xyzroof.com. You can see here in our Instapage account, and I highly recommend, if you guys are running an AdWords campaign for anything that you are using landing pages, Instapage.com is probably one of the best landing page softwares out there. There is a few other ones like Lead Pages and whatever, but we use Instapage for everything for all our clients. I dropped a link below the description for you. It's a free trial for Instapage. You can play around with it. It's totally just user-friendly, drag and drop. It's awesome. And I'm telling you, you need a landing page if you're running AdWords. Running traffic to a website homepage that's not designed for conversion is just going to end badly for you. Anyway, okay, xyzroof.com. Here's our makeshift landing page. As you can tell, I didn't do anything to it, just like a template that Instapage gave us. And I think this is like a real estate one or something. But I just dropped it on our domain for XYZ. Not bad looking. Obviously, we would play around with it if we were going to run it for real, but works for the example. So back into AdWords. We're going to put our URL in there. Hit continue. Campaign name, XYZ Roofers. Now this is very, very important, guys. Like one of the most important things. Check this off, display network. You do not want to run display network for lead generation, okay? At least it's more complicated than that. We'll make a separate video if you want to do display network for lead generation or for sales or whatever. But for this example, if you're trying to do lead generation and push phone calls, stuff like that, the only thing we want to run is search network, and we're going to include Google search partners, okay? So that's a very important setting thing that a lot of people get wrong. If you run display network, you will burn all of your money and get no results. I'm telling you. All right, locations. So we're going to do, I remember I said it's Philadelphia. Philadelphia, nice big reach, 12 million people. Language, English. Budget, 50 a day. I highly recommend, especially with the competitiveness of AdWords, that you guys run a minimum of 50 a day, or your client runs a minimum of 50 a day, even if that means you have to consolidate your ad schedule. So say you have a client and their budget's what, $1,000 a month or whatever that is, 5 days a week. What the hell is that? 50 divided by, let's do some math. It's pretty sad that I can't do that math in my head, but it is what it is, guys. All right, so $1,000 a month, let's say the guy is, and they're running 5 days a week, so that's divided by 20, 50 a day. Yeah, all right, that's what I thought. So 50 a day is the minimum you want to run, because you're going to get clicks, especially in the roofing niche, that are literally $27 to $30 a click. You will get some nice ones that are under 10, but the bulk of the high intent ones that we want, the people actually that are in an emergency and they need a roofer right now to schedule an estimate, they're going to be higher priced. So to compete, you're going to have a higher budget. So if you're trying to run like $10 a day or $15 a day, I wouldn't. It's just you're not going to get any traction. Google's not going to show your ads, and it's going to screw everything up. So that's just my recommendation. Minimum 50 a day, and even if you have to consolidate the ad schedule to 3 days a week to hit the meet the client's monthly budget or whatever it is, consolidate the ad schedule to get more per day. That's what you're going to have to do. All right, come down here. Delivery method, we want to do standard to start. Bidding. All right, there's a lot of different bidding options that you can go into. So we want to manually set bids for right now. We can always come back and change this. I want to focus on clicks right now. Maximize clicks. And this is so important when setting up automatically maximize clicks. So this is basically Google auto bidding for you to get the most amount of clicks for your budget. And we start every campaign off with this because it just gets better traction if you let Google's algorithm go in there and just start, attacking the competition for you. But the most important thing I can tell you is make sure you have a maximum CPC right here set up, because we've ran into situations before where we didn't set one up, and on stupid small campaigns with like 10, 15, $20 a day budgets in like smaller niches, we're getting the Google was auto bidding clicks like $50 click, and it was like insane. And we burned a ton of money. So you got to set a bid limit. So for this niche, the roofing niche, I'm gonna set the bid limit at 33. Let's do something like obscure, like 33.62 or something like that, just to give us an edge. So we're gonna set that. That's so it won't. So the auto bid will never bid more than this. And believe me, it will if you don't. If you don't have anything here, you'll only bid you $108 clicks. I'm telling you, it will. So be careful. All right. So that we got that. That's our bid strategy. I do want to increase conversions with enhanced CPC. So this basically just means if Google sees something that you're not catching, like there's a keyword that is driving a lot of conversions and you haven't optimized it, Google's going to be like, hey, well, this is hitting home runs for you, so I'm just going to auto adjust it to get more conversions. And then we got our start and end dates. I never really play with this. Just start it and run it. Site links, we'll get into that. Call out, we'll get into that. Call. We'll do that a little bit down the road. Ad rotation, optimize, perform best performing ads. That's what we want to do. Ad schedule, very important. You need to have an ad schedule. I do not recommend you run 24 hours a day. You will get crushed, and it's just not, it never works out well for anybody. So if you're a roofing company, if you're whatever, a limo company, you should run during your business hours when someone can actually answer the phone or return a form submission lead with a call or whatever. So 7 GMT time. Okay. Location options, very important setting also. This is wrong. You do not want to have this setting. It will show your ads to people outside of your targeted locations. This is the correct setting. People in your target locations. This is fine to use that. And then this, we don't need that. Skip over that. Okay. So we're digging in to our first ad group here. And I already went ahead and took the liberty of creating a few ad groups for this campaign. Like I said, if you guys want to see how to create ad groups, how to find keywords, how to create compelling ad text that pulls like conversions and CTR, high CTRs, I'm going to have those links in the description below this video, so make sure you go down there and check them out, because I walk you through by the hand how to set all this stuff up. And it's so important to have negative keywords. Your campaign will fail without them. So those videos are all below. Anyway, back into it. Ad group number 1. Come up here, and we got our Philadelphia Roofers as our first ad group. You can see here I just built out a few ad groups, and we use the keyword planner to do that. Got our negative list here too, and a few different ads. So for each ad group, you always want to run 2 to 3 ads. I recommend 3, and you're gonna get more. Google's gonna rotate your ads. You're gonna see which ones are winners, which are losers, and then every 7 to 14 days, you are going to pause the loser, and you're going to create a new ad to run against the winner. Okay, so that's how we continue to optimize our ad copy. So for the first ad group, Philadelphia Roofers. There we go. And we have our keywords here. So this is another thing. So we always recommend when you're starting out a new AdWords campaign, only keyword match types you use are exact and phrase match. I know that's not this. Everyone doesn't do it that way. Before everyone starts yelling at me, this is the best way to do it, to gather data before you get crushed with broad match, because broad match will crush your campaign. You'll spend a ton of money. You probably will have shitty conversions, and it's just going to work out better if you just start small. I know it sucks. Start small and then grow the campaign like this. So we're only going to do exact and phrase match. So let's copy these. Then we're going to come over to our tool here. It's called AdWords Wrapper, AdWordsWrapper.com. I don't even, oh, here we go. Mike Wong made it. Good job, buddy. We're going to come down here, and this is you're going to drop your keywords in it for each ad group. Hit wrap keywords. And it just wraps your keywords in the different AdWords match types. So we got modified, broad, phrase, exact, broad, modified, broad, phrase, exact, and you can see on and on down here. So we're going to come down here to phrase and exact. We're going to take those, we are going to drop them right in our AdWords campaign. It gives you a little thing down here. All right, so that's going to be ad group number 1. And then obviously you have over here, it can give you keyword ideas, which they're not real estate agent. Like, come on, man. Then again, the landing page is about real estate, so if it was probably proper, it would have roofing stuff. But watch, if we can do it by keyword too. Let's do roofers. Actually, let's do Philadelphia roofers. Let's try that. There we go. So it's going to suggest some different keywords to throw in here. And some of these might be good. You want to add them. But keep in mind, when you add them, you hit the plus sign, they're going to drop in here. Roof repair Philadelphia. Roofing contractors Philadelphia. So basically different variations of what we already have. And this is a great way to build out your ad groups further. So we're going to drop them in here. But before we add them, so let's say we went through this whole list and we found everything we wanted to add. What we would then do is we would not just hit save and continue. We would grab them, copy them, delete them. That's at least what I do. Go into keyword wrapper, come back up top, drop them in here, wrap them, make them phrase and exact, copy them, drop them back in, just like that. And then we have all of our keywords built out here. We'll hit save and continue. And here's where we're going to create our ads. All right, so again, so when creating ads, like I said, we already have a few created for this example, but I dropped a link in the description below on a video I made on how to find, write, and just kind of like write persuasive copy to get high CTRs and crush your competition. Because if you watch the video below, you'll see that a lot of the different AdWords advertisers are all just copying each other and like literally word for word copying each other and just changing out a word or two. And you got to make yourself stand out or you're going to get killed. So let's go into new ad. We got our URL, which is XYZ Roofing. Hopefully this works and AdWords doesn't give us a problem with it. Headline 1, so this will be ad 1 for this ad group. And we'll do Philadelphia ad. So these 3 ads are basically going to be our core ads. The keywords in them will change based on which ad group we're putting them in. So obviously, if we're in our roof replacement ad group, we're not going to have roof repair contractor. That doesn't make any sense. We're going to just modify each. They're going to be modified based on the ad group they're in for high quality score. And quality score is factored by a few different things. I have a video on that I've also dropped in below on how to get a high quality score. So there's a few different factors on that I'll go into down there. But for time's sake, we will just keep going here. All right, so we got our headline. And our headline 2. And display path, this is important too because you can drop a keyword in here and it just helps with quality score and stuff like that. And relevancy, which all Google cares about is relevancy for their user, okay? So the more relevant you can be, the better off you're going to be. So for this ad group, what's it called? Philadelphia Roofers. So I'll drop in display path Philadelphia Roof Company. So we got Philadelphia here, we got it up here, description. We got to drop our description in here. Just let me edit this real quick. Free inspection, okay. Roof repairs, replacements, warranty, financial, okay. Looks good. Just make sure. Okay. All right, so we got our first ad in our first ad group. Done. Save and continue. You could just keep adding them, and you also could do that with ad groups. I just think this is the easiest way to do it because I'm going to show you why. Because what we do is we set up one ad group correctly, and then all we do, and it's a lot faster and more efficient, we just clone that ad group and delete the keywords in the new ad group, drop in our second ad group keywords, and we just go in and tweak the ads and just keep moving forward like that. It's just way faster. So let's review our stats. Campaign ready. Continue to campaign. All right, so we got our ad groups. Go into overview. Just make sure everything's set up here. XYZ Roofers. Looks good. Let's make sure we pause that so it's not running while we're doing it. Go into our ad groups. Oh, damn it, because I paused it. All right. Go back out. Here we go. Okay, so here's our first ad group. And now remember, guys, we're not done with this yet. So we can't move on to make more ad groups yet. We got to go back in. Remember, we already added all our keywords in. All right, so we're good on that. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our negative keywords for the entire campaign, not just the ad group, okay? So you hit this plus sign or down here or whatever. Add negative keywords or create a new list. Now, this is important. We want to add them at the campaign level, not the ad group level, okay? At least not for this example. So where is our negatives? Here they are. We're going to grab our negatives and we're going to drop them in AdWords wrapper because we want to match them correctly, keyword match them. And in the video below in the description on how to find and add negative keywords and use their match types, I explain which match types you need to use and why and how they work. So we'll wrap them, come back down to only phrase match, and we will drop them into the campaign. Hit save. And there we go. We have now added negative keywords to our XYZ Roofers campaign. So let's go into ads, and we're going to create our other two ads. So what we probably could do here, not going to let me do it. Not a big deal. Okay, hit the plus sign, come up here, and we're going to drop our second ad in. So remember, this is the Philadelphia ad group. So the first ad says local Philadelphia roofer. This one, let's do Philadelphia roof repair. And I like this second headline. Book inspection in 60 seconds. It makes it seem urgent, like they're going to take care of you right away. Philadelphia Roof Company display path. Let's see if we can do contractor. Swap that out. Pretty sure I just put all the same descriptions for these, which you don't want to do, by the way. You want to have for 3 ads. So the 3 ads in each ad group, you want to have 3 separate descriptions. Because remember, we're testing. So we'll just get rid of that. Let's do local, family-owned company. Those always do well. All right, so that looks good. That's ad 2, save new ad. Awesome. All right, and we're going to add our last one. So that would be this one, roof replacement. We don't want to use that replacement though. So let's do Philadelphia roof experts. No, I don't want to do that. That doesn't sound right. I should just be copying and pasting these in here for you just for an example, but now it just got me the wheels turning. Local Philadelphia. We have roofer. There we go. Roof repair. Book inspection in 60 seconds. Let's do claim your free estimate. Let's see if today fits. Today does fit. Philadelphia roof contractor. Or we can do roofers in. You always have to have a hyphen if you're adding words in. Philadelphia. I'm gonna spell this wrong, aren't I? Perfect. For the description, we'll just leave this. Before I drive you guys nuts with trying to figure out what the hell to put in here. Save ad. Okay. Rock and roll. We got our 3 ads in our ad group. We got our negative keywords for the whole campaign. So let's go out to the ad group level. Now we're going to add our second ad group. So ad group 1 is done. Let's just throw some green in there or something. All right, done. Next one, flat roofing. So how are we going to do this without just going in and doing all this over and over and over again? There's a simple way to do it. What we're going to do is you're going to click the ad group you want to copy, and then you're going to click again, and we're going to paste it. No, we don't want to pause it. It gives you the option to pause the ad group after you paste it. Paste. All right, cool. So now we just cloned that. So we have all the ads in there now, okay? And the keywords, and everything's done. So all we have to do is come in here. What's the second ad group? Flat roofers. Flat roofing. Save. Go into the campaign. Or I'm sorry, ad group. We're going to delete all these keywords because these are the first ad group's keywords. Delete. Get the hell out of here. We're going to add the keywords to our second ad group. Right here. Oop, remember, AdWords wrapper. I almost forgot. So we're going to drop the second ad group keywords in the AdWords wrapper. Because remember, we're only adding phrase and exact match. And guys, this is how you build out an AdWords campaign. So simple. And obviously, if you want to find more keywords, stuff like that, you can do research in here. Enter your flat roofing contractors, whatever. It'll give you more keyword ideas. Try and stay away from like broadly themed keywords. Okay, so a lot of these are going to be their own ad group again. So that's its own ad group. Flat roof repair. Do we have that? No. See, that's a great keyword. So you'd add that, throw it into keyword or AdWords wrapper, put your match types on it. This is kind of a good tool too to find more ad groups. And it's endless how many ad groups you can have in an AdWords campaign with finding them like this. So obviously you want to have as many as possible to cover as much ground as possible. But like I said, I don't want to keep you guys here for 2 hours with me just looking around and doing research and whatever. So I kind of just want to give you the meat. And that just give you something to chew on to go right back and start making your campaigns. All right, so we'll hit save. So now we got our keywords in our second ad group. We're gonna go into our ads. Because remember, these are the Philadelphia ads still from the first ad group we cloned. So we're gonna have to edit them. So we're coming here, local flat roofing company. Flat roof company. And if you have to swap it out anywhere else, save new ad. Flat roof might fit. Yep. Philadelphia flat roof repair. See, we could leave Philadelphia because we are targeting Philadelphia. Technically, that's where we are, but it's up to you. Use your discretion. Flat roof repair. I would drop it in the description too. Remember, you want to be as relevant as possible. Save. Real simple, guys. So ideally, you want to have the keyword. Always try and work the keyword somewhere in the headline 1 or even headline 2, really. I prefer headline 1 if you can in the display path, and just somewhere down in the description, drop something, even not the direct keyword, but something related to the keyword. Google runs algorithms to pick up on all this stuff, so it's not like 2004 or 5 when you have to do exactly what, drop the keyword everywhere and just stuff with keywords. They're really smart now, so that you should be fine with that. All right, so there we go. Second ad group created. So you kind of see what I'm doing here? It's really, really simple stuff, guys. And we're going to go back out to ad groups. So we have our 2 ad groups, and how are we going to do it again? We're just going to get this, go with the edit, copy, and then we're going to just paste it. And you're going to keep going all the way down, doing this until you have all of your ad groups that you already have laid out. Done. I mean, that's it as far as building out the ad groups. So what was that one? Commercial roofing. I just can't spell today. And that's it. Okay, so that's how you build out the ad groups with the keywords in them and your ads. And remember, you're gonna to multiply the ad groups out. You're just gonna clone it. You're gonna switch it to the second ad group. Go in, switch the keywords to the second ad group. Switch the ads to the second ad group. And the next thing we're gonna do, we have to set up our conversion pixel, which I do have a video on how to do that, but I think we should probably in this video go through it because just while I have it here, we might as well, and because it's really important. And I'm also going to go ahead and assume that you have call tracking set up with a third-party call tracking software. We use CallRail. I drop a link for that below. And you also have a landing page set up. Like I said, we use Instapage. I'll put a link down there for that too. It's so important that you guys track phone calls. It really is. And CallRail allows you to track it down to the keyword, which is awesome, and you have to have it. So it's important when you have data. You can come down here to devices, and you can be like, oh, well, our desktop computer traffic is converting like shit. It's 5% or whatever, and our mobile people on their phones is converting at 30%, which is usually the case. A lot of our traffic. So what you would do is you would come in here and you jack mobile up, say 10%, 15%, whatever. So now you're telling Google, oh, I want to bid more. I want more mobile traffic because it's converting higher for me. And you're going to come in here to your computer desktop traffic where it's converting crappy. You're going to decrease it by 10%. So you want to downbid your losers, upbid your winners. And that goes for everything in AdWords. Tablets usually convert okay. There's not usually a lot of traffic from them. All right, sorry, I'm losing train of thought here. Back to ad groups. So after you have all your ad groups built out in this campaign, what we're going to have to do is go in and set up the conversion tracking. So hold tight, and I'm going to jump over to that. So how we're going to do that, we're going to come up here to the wrench, measurement, conversions, and you're going to click conversions. And you can see we already have a lot of them set up. This is really simple. Hit the plus sign, website. This is going to be to track form submissions. So I already have like 50 of these. So website, form, leads, category, lead. You can add a value to the lead, what it's worth to you. Count 1 for doing lead generation. We don't want to fire multiple times. To count 1 lead is a bunch. Conversion window 30 days. Yes, yes. Create and continue. So this is the new interface. This is the new setup too. This is completely different than the old interface, which is why I said in the beginning you got to get used to this stuff because it's all different. All right. So global site tag. This is now what's going to be paired with down here your event snippet, and them together is what you got to do. So you can see here, heads, visitors, your basic remark list has cookies on your domain, blah blah blah. Goes between the head tag. So go into your landing page software or your website. Remember, we use Instapage, landing page software. This goes on the actual domain, the lead gen page. So we're going to put this in the header tag. And how we do that in Instapage, you come up here, and I'll make some videos on Instapage too for you guys who are using it. Come over here, HTML, head tag, paste code, done, save, update, makes it live, update. Really simple. Go back out. So now we have the global site tag on the lead generation page we're using, the website we're using. So now it gives you event snippet. You can either fire the pixel on a page load or on a click. Click depends if, like, say you want to count a conversion if someone clicks a submit button on a contact form on your website. If you're sending traffic to your homepage or whatever, that's what you would do for that. It's a little more in depth, but for this example, we're going to use page load because that's the most common. So you copy event snippet, come back over, go into XYZ Roofing thank you page. Now this code goes only on the thank you page. The thank you page is the page that shows after a lead submits a form on your website. So let's go into the thank you page, and this is just like a super basic page that I made for this example. Just, big thank you. One of our staff will be reaching out shortly to discuss your roofing project and set up your free estimate. So anyways, blah, blah, blah. Go up here, settings. I believe it was head tag, wasn't it? Head tag, yep. Come down here, head tag, paste the code, save, update, and it's live. And that's it. And now we have conversion tracking set up. Hit next. There we go, done. And then you have all your conversion tracking pixels and codes and stuff in here. And that's, so now we're able to track form submissions. Being able to track phone calls is a different animal, and we're going to need to do that in another video, which I will get for you guys. But for right now, let's go back out to overview. So from our overview, we'll go into campaigns, and again, you can just see your campaigns here. Real simple stuff, guys. The only thing left to do would be to set up your ad extensions, which is really simple. I have some videos on that too. I'll drop those down in the description. But for time's sake, let's just go right in and I'll show you how to add them. So you go into your ads and extensions, and we're at the campaign level. Extensions. So we want to create some. So we're going to do site link. So the ones that I recommend you use, and you can use all of them, it's totally up to you, but this is the kind of standard that we use. Site link, call out, structured snippet, call extension, very important. You can use message extension, which is you can get text messages from leads. We've seen them convert high on some clients and seen them convert really shitty on others, so it really depends. Location's a good one. Then you got your affiliate location extension, price extension, app extension, promotion, stuff like that. So we just stick usually to, depending on the client, I should say, site link extension, call out, structure snippet, call. Those are the main four that you must have. Everything else is just gravy. And location too is a really good one, depending if they actually have a location. They're not targeting United States and they're in like Chicago. You might want to not use it for that. It depends. It's usually your discretion. It's more for local stuff that we would drop those in, or you can do it at the ad group level too. So it doesn't really matter. Anyway, site link, let's just add them in here. You can choose to do it at the account, campaign, ad group. So we're going to do it at this campaign. So site link could be for our roofer, request a quote, and then we'll just grab our URL for our XYZ roofing. Come back over here, we'll drop that down here. And that's it. You have your tracking template stuff you can add down here. Request a quote, you have option to do descriptions. It's really up to you. We like to do mobile though, a lot of mobile, because mobile usually converts a lot higher for us. So we kind of just grab this and use it as mobile. I mean, ideally you want to have both. So you could do request quote mobile. Request a quote. And make sure this one's not mobile. So now you got an option for mobile and one for non-mobile. And you want to have 4 to 6. It's up to you. I would either do 4 or do 6, just the way the Google algorithm shows them. So that's how you would add those. Now, if you wanted to add a different, like a call-out extension, you would come in here, call out. Remember, choose where you want them. Campaign, create. Call-out is 24/7, plus weekends or whatever. Basically, you just want to use the ad extensions, all of them. You want to use them as call to actions, like to make yourself stand out. You know what I mean? Like from the competition, that's where you want to be. So you can add call out, structured snippet. You do that down here. So you can select the header type. We can do brands that you can kind of get here, your services, styles, types. So types could be types of roof, like rubber roof, shingle, whatever. Service catalog, your services, your residential, commercial, or roof repair, replacement, whatever. You can do that there. And this one's important too. Call extension is going to show your phone number when you click the call in the mobile search. So what's really important about this is whatever number you use, which is another reason why you need to have call rail set up to track phone calls, is you have to have the number that you're using in call extension here has to be somewhere on the landing page, or else Google will disapprove it. So usually we just create a one-off tracking number and then drop it in the footer of every landing page we use, so we never run into any issues. And that's really it for that. I mean, there's a lot more obviously that you could go to, but I'm sure if you guys are watching this video, you're just looking for some quick, I want to set up an AdWords campaign, I don't want to get crushed. So set it up exactly how I showed you. Remember the match types to use first. You can always expand, but when you do expand, only expand with modified broad match. So that's very important. Another important point, you set up your site link, call out, structured snippet, and call extensions. That's really important too. And let me know what you guys think of the video. I mean, I'm pretty sure I covered everything. We went through how to set up ad groups, how to set up ads, negative keywords, conversion tracking, ad extensions. I'm pretty sure that I covered all the basics here. And obviously, this is not a super advanced video. We have a lot of advanced training coming soon. But for right now, this will just hold your hand and walk you through how to do it without getting killed in Google like most other people are. So please, if you guys can, subscribe to our channel, give me a thumbs up on this video. Check out the description links below. I've dropped tons of more value, tons of more videos, tools we use, everything. It's all in the description. Other than that, I hope to see you guys in our Facebook group. I think there's a link for that below too, hopefully. That's more AdWords training and more advanced stuff, which is where you learn the ninja tactics. So make sure you join that Facebook group. Other than that, guys, I'll catch you in the next video.